The tree looks like it's running, skipping up with us. That's what I used to think when I was a kid in the car, watching the trees go by super fast.
Was it just one tree?
No, a lot of trees.
Now we're going
Like that.
Really fast, and you said it was running.
Mm-hmm.
How solar panels work? I asked Dad how they work.
Yeah, do you remember what I told you? What did I say?
Solar panels take like this radiation or something and store it in a battery.
Well, they do something to it first. Remember, they convert sun's radiation into electricity.
I know that.
Oh, okay. You did know that.
And then you get power.
And then you get power.
So we need solar panels like we're making our house in my unit.
That's right. That's right, because there's a lot of sun over there, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Horses.
It's so dry,
It is.
but the grass it looks pretty. It's like gold.
It is, yeah. And look at those rocks sticking up through the grass, too. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
This is really unique country.
Hey, Cade.
I want to meet all the gods in person.
Yeah.
Mother Nature, Satan, all type of gods.
Meet him face to face. What are you going to say to him?
I just want to see them.
That's where I would want to be.
I want a nice wall around it.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is like Burberry.
This is like where?
A race course that we drive on that.
Oh, it's like this?
Yeah, it's exactly like this. And you pull ass down in like Ferraris and Alfa Romeos. It's
Yeah.
completely wild to drive.
Yeah, this is pretty wild, right?
Yeah, so imagine this is exactly what the track is like, except you're going maybe 85 miles an hour.
Yeah, we are, guys.
Cool.
Cave
This is
City.
Founded in 1850. It's pretty original out here.
1850 is crazy.
Your destination is on the left.
Cali Cavern.
We're here, guys.
Sweet. Perfect.
How did we do?
Pretty good. But we both of us got cars today.
What? You got car sick, Cade? You guys look like... Oh, shit. Oh, wow.
I think this is a tarantula. Are those real bugs?
Well,
I
read
think
it,
so.
Cade. What's it say?
Black. It's a wasp. Wow.
Are they carved or are they just stuck into the crystal?
They
Oh,
glued,
wow.
They glued the figure on. All right.
Look at this one's here, Cade. What is this?
Wait, Mom, we have a crystal that is like these.
We do.
That's
What
kind
does it say, Cade?
Dog tooth. Hey, Mom, this looks like oatmeal.
It does look like oatmeal. Oh. Let me see you, Papa. That's a perfect fit. Yeah, see, I'm gonna take this. They look like apples, right? Like bullets. Bullet shaped.
They do. They're really cool. I love the
Yeah.
color.
I'm taking this one. And I found a heart
The
shape.
magnetivity is so strong.
This is so pretty, baby. You found it for me. Okay, did
It's a
you
good
see that?
fit.
It's a heart shape.
It's perfect.
Thank you.
Hey, little caver.
Okay, can you
Try
take
yours on.
Oh, okay.
Very sharp. Very sharp.
Okay, you guys, you about ready to get started?
Yeah.
I think we are.
Oh, I'm Cade. You all ready for? Walk into the cave. It's so cool in here. I like.
Nice. I like how cold it is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think every narrow caving, it's always cold like this.
Wow, it feels good. Especially coming from out there in the heat.
This is going to be kind of an untraditional tour for you guys today. We don't usually start in the last room here. Usually we
Wow.
finish up here, but I just wanted to make sure to show you guys. So it's called the cataract room because this big flowstone formation here. I was telling them on the way down, I don't know if you guys heard, we also have expedition tours. There's one called the Mammoth Expedition Tour, which is this walking tour area, but there's like 8 little holes that we crawl in and check out different rooms. Then we also have one called the Middle Earth Tour, which is all this included, but it goes deeper into the mountain, another mile into the mountain, underground lake that we cross on a raft and stuff. It's pretty neat.
Holy cow.
Wow, look at this. I feel like I'm in a different world.
We are.
It starts eating its way through the limestone, and once it gets to the inside, the cave atmosphere on the inside of the cave here, just like with gravity, the water drops kind of start dripping down the contour of the cave walls, little by little, and that carbonic acid is converted to calcite. And that's what you see left behind are these calcite formations.
Those little spikes look like raindrops.
Yeah, kind of. That's how they're formed, by raindrops. Do you know the difference between stalactites and stalagmites? No? The scout leader's a walking tour. And I was telling him the story about the 22 kids, and there was a scout leader sitting right here, and he said, "Oh, that was my group." I was like, "Oh, it's a true story." So they really did fit 22 kids in that.
That is crazy.
That's such a good story for that.
Wouldn't want to be the bottom kid. But you know, testing for claustrophobia, sometimes people don't know they have claustrophobia until they get in the tight space.
Yes.
And then, so if that happens, I tell the kids, you know, sometimes they start having a panic attack and they start hyperventilating, and you know, when you hyperventilate, your body expands. And so we just have to tell them, slow down, slow your breathing down. You made it in, you can make it out. You know, nobody's ever been stuck in our cave. It's always a constant thing. You gotta keep doing light fixtures and stuff. So the first room that we went into, the cataract room, is actually down this hallway at the end. So this is the way we normally exit the cave, but since they're doing a video shoot today, we're not gonna exit that way. We'll exit this way when we come back. But one of the little areas that they go down. Back in the 1800s, everybody came to California to get rich. Well, that's what they were doing here. They were out here in this creek panning for gold. There was 2 guys, James McKinney, who the creek is named after, McKinney Creek, and Captain Joseph Taylor. They were out here panning for gold. They weren't having much luck. So they decided to blow off some steam, set up some targets, have a little shooting competition. So Captain Joseph Taylor comes up here, he sets up some targets, and he noticed one of the paper targets. here. This is where they would come have their little private meetings, little town meetings, things like that. And they would actually keep their food storage in here because the temperature in the cave is 52 degrees year round. It's like a natural fruit cellar. And this hole back there is where they kept some of their food. We found like sardine cans, forks and knives, things like that in there. You know, they kept their food storage in here. And they actually had musicians play up here, little banjos and fiddles and stuff. And
Nice setup.
they had a little whiskey bar set up in here too. And we'd like to think some of California's first underground rock bands were discovered in here.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. And as we go through the cave, you'll start noticing some of the signatures on the walls, like these ones here, all different date ranges. These are kind of getting faded, but there's a lot more as we go through the cave. I'll show you. Yeah, good eye. And before we go any further, just to point your attention to our rule board, we don't have a lot of rules. Just the main thing is no touching, breaking any of the formations. Don't take anything out of the cave, leave it like we found it. That type of thing. We don't want to find you guys.
Nails.
When I was
Baby
out there, remember I
Henry.
said they gave you a nail
Henry, yeah.
with the candle when you first came in here? And that's what the nail
see
is
it?
for, to put
Yeah.
you on the wall. In addition, we'll talk a little science to kind of tell you guys how this is all formed. This is what we call a solution cave. That's because water is what helps form the cave. And this cave is primarily limestone. Everything that you see is going to be limestone. Limestone's very porous, very pretty. So what happens when it rains outside, the raindrops come down, they collect CO2 from the air, and then once the raindrops hit the ground, they start soaking through the ground, they collect more CO2. And then we have this guy behind us back here, that's what we call a flow stone. That's just water coming through at a higher rate, kind of looks like a permanent waterfall kind of. And if you guys use your imagination, kind of like cloud watching, everybody sees something a little bit different. Some people see this one here and they think it looks like a little face with some fangs, little eyes and some fangs and a mouth. Everybody sleep up here and sleep up here. And we have evidence that a little boy actually liked to sleep on this shelf over here, like that.
So this was a church.
Yeah, so this is where they have their church. And you notice some of these guys here, these little tiny ones on the ceiling, those are called soda straws. And different, these big stalactites here, really tiny, kind of how they get started. And if you notice some of these damaged ones here that are broken off, that's because the old timers back in those days, sparkly. Pretty neat. So that's what we're trying to do now, is just trying to preserve it as best we can, you know, from here on.
Can you do it on here? I want to see.
Sure, here, let me get my light brighter for you, hold on a sec. If you guys keep your eyes open, you might see our little cave mascot cruising around the cave, like this little guy right there, our little rubber ducky.
Oh yeah.
Wait, when we were in the first cave, I saw a little rubber
You saw one
ducky.
back there? Good eye.
Yeah.
Little cave mascot.
Those.
Wow. Wow, look at this part.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's incredible.
Chamber, this is where they actually had their wedding ceremonies. Matter of fact, they built a platform right here out of wood to do the ceremonies, and that's part of the platform there. It's all calcified now. Do you see that little broken bottle over there? That little bottle shard remnant right there? Yeah. We found a lot of broken bottle shards and pieces of glass back in these holes back here. And what would happen is, for you kids, do you know what it means to christen a ship for the maiden voyage? So what happened is, tradition has it that when somebody builds a ship to go out to sea, they break a bottle of champagne on the hull. And if it breaks, that's good luck for the voyage.
Yeah.
So they did the same thing after the wedding ceremony. The groom would actually climb around this little area here. He'd climb up here. He'd go up to the top up here, and he'd break a bottle of wine over the formation. And that's what you see here, these brown stains from the wine.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Still see it.
All the tannins in the wine and stuff, yeah. So that was like christening the wedding for good luck, pretty much. And you know, they had a lot of prearranged weddings and stuff back in those days. And if they could get here and the groom didn't want to go through with it, he actually tried to escape down that hole right over there. And if the bride didn't like what she saw, the bride would try to escape down this hole over here. Unfortunately for the groom, his didn't lead anywhere and he got stuck. You think they look like pig ears or bat ears?
Definitely.
Wow.
A kid on a school group we had actually saw this and thought it looked like an alligator head.
Oh my
sure.
gosh,
The
yes.
teeth, yeah.
Did you guys see the movie Tremors?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Love
yeah.
We
that.
have the big graboid coming down right there. Kevin Bacon's finest.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
I didn't even know.
And we actually had another room that's not open for public, but back in the old days, they had a room that was back in here called, excuse me, it was called Music Hall. And they had a bunch of these formations that were hanging all different sizes, and when you hit them with a tuning fork, you'd have all the different notes, musical notes.
I
It was
just
really
got
neat.
another
Oh, cool.
piece.
But that, that's not open anymore, we can't get to it, but some more interesting facts. Any questions in here? All right, I'll follow the back to Buddha that's been praying to it for about 1 million years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we didn't really put that there. It's natural.
Really?
And then we have more of our cave curtains, draperies. And you guys know who Michael Jordan is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me turn off my light here. Michael Jordan, a basketball player. You want to see one of my favorite ones? Okay, watch my green light. It's always a constant thing. We gotta keep doing light fixtures and stuff. So the first room that we went into, the cataract room, is actually down this hallway at the end. So this is the way we normally exit the cave, but since they're doing a video shoot today, we're not gonna exit that way. We'll exit this way when we come back. But one of the little areas that they go down is pictures are great. Definitely take pictures, post them on social media. That helps us, keep the doors open.
Yes.
Just be careful with any videos. We don't want you guys to fall and get hurt. But it's called the cataract room because of this rock right here, or excuse me, this formation. And there's a hole right there if you guys want to take a peek. This is part of our mammoth expedition tour. This is what we call the bagel room. We actually crawl on our belly and go down underneath there. And we go back behind this wall, and it's actually hollow underneath there. And so when you go in, there's an opening up on the top of the mountain. So when you land your back, you look up, you can see the sunlight coming through.
Oh,
so
wow.
cataract meaning opening, that's why they call it that. But that's just one of the rooms that we go explore on our expedition tour. And on the mammoth tour, you only have to be 8 years old to do that one. In the Middle Earth, you have to be 16. Yeah, you're almost ready. You're almost.
For your birthday.
Yeah. And then after they explore this room, they go back here and explore some more back there. And then there's a hallway that goes all the way behind this wall and comes out where I'll show you up there. But I wanted to show you another spot in this room that's kind of neat, everybody likes. Let's go back up this way. There's, on our mammoth tour, there's a room that we test for claustrophobia. And it's this hole right here. This is called the womb room. And if you want to check it out, you look down in there, it drops down about 8 feet or so.
Whoa.
It opens up to about the size of a small car, like maybe the inside of a small VW or something. Not very big down in there. But it's one way in and one way out. You go down feet first. You can't fit a basketball in there, but believe it or not, I could fit in there.
Wow.
Wow.
And we don't use the S word in the cave. We don't say stuck. We say temporarily detained. So when I got halfway, and you start seeing some of the formations in here, like if you see these guys here with the light coming through, see that one there? That's what we call cave curtains or draperies. They also used to call that cave bacon. They thought it looked like bacon. Not to be confused with this back here. This is what we call our cave popcorn. That's a different type of calcite formation. And then we have this guy behind us back here. That's what we call a flow stone. That's just water coming through at a higher rate. Kind of looks like a permanent waterfall, kind of. And if you guys use your imagination, kind of like cloud watching, everybody sees something a little bit different. Some people see this one here and they think it looks like a little face with some fangs. Little eyes and some fangs in the mouth. Everybody sees something different.
Those kind of look like octopus.
Yeah. Well, this is a very slow process forming all these. It takes 1 millimeter for every 100 years. That's how long it takes to form these.
Wow.
So that's just one.
Iron ore.
So that's the jungle room. If you guys want to take some pictures,
Iron ore
selfies,
vein.
group photos,
Pretty cool.
or whatever, it's up to you. And this is going to be the last room on the tour. When we head out, we're going to go the same way that we came in. And you guys, if you're ever exploring caves, when you're looking up usually to look at all the neat formations and stuff, sometimes if you look down, you can find some neat stuff too, because if you think you're walking on rocks, sometimes they're not rocks. Sometimes they're actually calcite formations on the ground, and they react to light. Isn't that neat?
That's beautiful.
Wait, what is it?
It's calcite formation, just like the ones that are on the ceiling.
Oh, I
It's like the beginning of a stalagmite, basically, that's growing from the ground up.
I saw these before.
Yeah. And it also reacts to a regular flashlight.
It also,
Wow.
it
does.
looks like there's little holes on it.
Yeah?
It's just mud.
Yeah, it's just the dirt. Pretty neat, just some of the stuff we find in here that... Welcome to the jungle room. We're going to see some formations that we haven't seen yet. Once I get everybody up here.
Total alien head right there.
That is total alien head. Oh, a drip. Did you see it?
Uh-huh.
Wow. Crazy.
That's a movie monster.
So what did you guys think?
There could be spiders in here.
What did you say?
There could be, there's lots of things live in moss. There could be spiders, worms, beetles, and all type of stuff.
So what did you think, Braxton? Would you want to
Do this
come
again.
back and do it again?
Mammoth tour.
Because I want to climb in the nails.
You want to crawl around in the mud?